後ろにエミリア、隣にお前。なんたって最強の気分だ。
そうなのよ。
ReZero has steadily become a household name in the anime world. The first season offered most viewers a dramatic, bloody, and engaging adventure that pretty much had me on the edge of my seat for the majority of each episode. Subaru's isekai adventure is unlike most other isekai anime out at this point, and the world that ReZero invites viewers into is a twisted, yet fun, fantasy world that contains many a mystery. I went into the very first few episodes of this anime without much expectation at all. I didn't know much about the source material, but it only took a short amount of time for me to get hooked on the anime. The initial video game inspired checkpoint or return from death aspect of the anime was the first thing that really caught my attention. But the more I learned about the world and characters, the more I began to love each aspect of the show. The 25 episode first season offered some of the best moments from a show that I had seen in years, and more than a few moments left a pretty big impact on me. I consider the first season of ReZero to basically be a masterpiece, so it should be pretty obvious to figure out that I was very much looking forward to the anime's second season. It had been a couple years since the first season aired, and I was ready for more of Subaru's bloody encounters with death, a whole lot more of them, and to see more from characters like Rem, Ram, Emilia, and others. The first half of Season 2 offered a similar experience to what I was accustomed to with the series up to that point. It had some special moments with Subaru as the focus, primarily his moments with his mom and dad, and a good amount of unfortunate ends for our leading character as well, along with some more information on the various witches and other aspects of the series lore that some viewers have been waiting for.
お父さんの半分までかっこよくなったらノルマ達成じゃない。お父さんの半分かっこよくなって残り半分スバルになったらいいんじゃない？
I liked the first half of the second season, but for me, it didn't reach the highs of the first for me. A good part of that was probably due to the shock value being gone after watching a full season of ReZero before, and having a much better idea for what I was getting myself into than compared to my first time watching the series. Once the second half of the second season started up though, the series began to offer a different vibe than what it had offered up to that point in the series. After so much death, pain, and emotionally draining moments that had become the norm for Subaru and the rest of the cast, those moments slowly started to fade away from each episode. Subaru's return from death mechanic never really played a part in the second core of the season. The agony and despair that felt like pillars of the series were replaced with hope, strength, and powerful bonds. Some people may feel like the series wasn't continuing what it did great, but I personally love that ReZero showed us the side of the series that wasn't just Subaru having to wade through numerous terrible situations with his sanity on the line. It showed me that the series is every bit about its strong characters and not just the shockingly grim moments. The second half of Season 2 was very much about the power of bonds/relationships. Almost every character in the arc had something to do with bonds between another character. In the case of Subaru, he finally began to reach out to his friends for help, which proved to be the difference in his numerous cycles in the sanctuary. His growth throughout Season 2 was pretty impressive, along with Emilia's growth as well. Many of these characters had gone through so much shit that I couldn't help but feel good for them by the end of the season. Emilia, Beatrice, Garfiel, all had past trauma that needed to be overcome, and Subaru helped each one find a way to leap past the hurdles that had kept them locked in place for years. The anime that was about traumatic deaths of its main character became an anime about overcoming trauma. The final episode of Season 2 is where it sort of hit me that the mood of the show had changed quite a bit from the start of Season 2. After all the ordeals that the cast had to go through, they found a way to seize victory, not by letting Subaru die repeatedly to find a singular way to win, but by relying on others and overcoming their own weaknesses. I kept waiting for something bad to happen within the final episode, but nothing came. Instead, everyone got a chance to enjoy the moment, with a smile on their face. Sure, Rem is still knocked out, but each character, they really deserve it. Subaru deserves a moment of victory and peace for all the shit he has had to deal with up to this point. But can you get Rem back to normal sometime soon? That'd be great. To have a party with characters dancing and smiles all around isn't very ReZero-like, yet it leaves an impact in my mind, just like other more depressing moments in the first season have left an impact as well. ReZero can have moments of good that resonate. If the final episode of Season 2 doesn't prove this, then I don't know what can. I'm sure if we get another season, which I hope we do, that the good times will likely not last long. But for a brief stretch, Subaru and Emilia got to see a glimpse of a future that they're fighting for, and I couldn't feel more happy for them.
きっとこれが私の理想の光景だわ。私忘れないから。
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this look at ReZero Season 2. Make sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I'll be back in the future, hopefully, with some more gaming or anime-focused videos. And I might have another ReZero-focused one in the near future. Thanks for watching.